The Legends and Lads Cricket podcast recently hosted Prasanna Venkatesan from the Hindu and Sports Star magazine. It was a real pleasure to welcome a journalist whose insights are mandatory reading for anyone who wants to understand how Indian cricket actually works behind the scenes. He is a senior sports reporter with the Hindu and he has an absolute authority on covering Indian cricket. Join us to unpack the complexities of domestic circuit in Indian cricket. This episode is brought to you in collaboration with The Byline, an independent online news platform delivering credible and in depth coverage across business, finance, sports, and more. You can check them out at www.thebyline.in for insightful news and stories that keep you informed. Prasanna sir, let's start with the foundation. We are living in the age of massive IPL contracts and the
Yeah.
T20 hype, and we often, as youngsters, as myself and Krishna Maitreya, my co-host, we think, is Ranji Trophy still the ultimate ground for cricketers, especially Test players, because the IPL has taken over the selection. I mean, the way selectors view at players. So, based on recent trends, what is the significance of Ranji Trophy today?
What you said is absolutely true, actually. Even though Ranji Trophy is the top tier domestic competition, I think performances in the IPL tend to get noticed a lot more than what players do in the Ranji Trophy. This is my personal opinion. um, and I mean you yourself can see a lot of examples of that players coming into the Indian team from the IPL. So um, I think it is the case actually. I mean I remember one guy I remember this Tamil Nadu player Pradosh Ranjan Paul, who played for India A, I think maybe 2 or 3 years ago. He was coming up alongside Sai Sudarshan actually. Even before Sai Sudarshan became a big name, Pradosh Ranjan Paul's name was very well known from Tamil Nadu. He was known as the next big thing to come up from Tamil Nadu. So then he had a very good Ranji season, and then he got selected for India A. He went on to score some 160 odd runs in South Africa actually on his India A debut. And then I mean, he didn't have, I wouldn't say bad Ranji seasons, but he had a couple of decent Ranji seasons. He was there for another India A tour. I mean, not tour. They played here in India against England Lions, but he couldn't perform in those two in one test actually, one unofficial test. So then, I mean, he sort of kind of, he fell out of favor actually. He didn't get selected for India again. But Sai Sudarshan, from there he went on to play for IPL actually. He got noticed because of that 90 odd runs he scored in the final against Chennai Super Kings, and from there it just took off for him. So sometimes I tend to think that I mean IPL performances. I mean getting, if you get selected for IPL to play for an IPL team itself, then I think you give yourself the best chance to, I mean, go on to play for the Indian cricket team. That's what I feel personally. Um, Having said that, I think I mean maybe in the recent times I think it's changing a bit because we see like someone like Sarfaraz Khan coming into the Indian team, but that is after he scored heaps and heaps of runs in domestic cricket. I mean. But what if you perform, if a few good performances in the IPL tend to weigh a lot actually when compared to seasons of good performances in the Ranji Trophy. It was the same case for Cheteshwar Pujara as well. He had to score heaps and heaps of runs in domestic cricket to finally get selected for the Indian cricket team. The same happened with Sarfaraz Khan, but now we all know what happened after the New Zealand series is once again got sidelined. So now it's again a very tough, hard grind for him to come back into the Indian cricket team. Since he doesn't play, if I'm not mistaken, he's not playing IPL anymore. So it's going to be very tough for him. Um, I mean, it's not like Ranji Trophy isn't is completely ignored. But I would say it's a tough path. I mean, if you play only domestic cricket, and if you have to perform consistently well in domestic cricket and then get into the Indian team, that's your only way. Then it's going to be very tough for you. Whereas if you get an IPL contract and if you put up a few good performances, I mean, it's going to be very easy for you. For instance, I can think of Mohammad Siraj. He performed really well for Royal Challengers Bengaluru, and then he got into the Indian Test setup. Actually, he's now in the Indian Test setup. So I mean, I wouldn't say Sai Sudarshan didn't perform well in first class cricket, but certainly IPL performances helped a lot for him. So yeah, that's been the case actually.
My next question to you, sir. Over the years, you've covered the Bucci Babu tournament, and I feel it is a less known and a less
Yes.
I mean,
Yeah.
it's unpopular tournament in
Yeah.
Indian domestic circuit.
Yeah.
It happens in the Tamil Nadu. So, can you give us a brief history of that? And also, I got a question for you regarding the tournament.
History in the
First
sense
question.
I don't have the facts. I
Mhm.
mean, I'm not a historian, but I mean, it's the tournament might not be known to the public. Might be very, what do you call it? What would you say? It might be lesser known to the public, but in the cricket fraternity, I mean, among the players and the associations, it is a very well known tournament. Um, it's part of, there are actually three prestigious tournaments. Apart from the Ranji Trophy, there are three prestigious first class competitions that people tell me, that the cricketers and those who are involved in cricket tell me that there are three prestigious competitions that all cricket associations would send their teams to. One of them is Buchi Babu tournament. The other one, I don't remember the name, but I don't know if it's still being held, but it used to be held in Hyderabad, it seems. So yeah, so it's one of the three prestigious tournaments in the domestic circuit. Uh, Buchibabu tournament is like a preparation for the domestic season. So what the associations would do is they would send their probable Ranji team to the Buchi Babu tournament to get match practice. And mostly people from the Buchi Babu tournament would go on to play the Ranji season as well. Most of the players from most of the players from the teams that play the Buchi Babu tournament. So it's been there for a long time, actually, very long time. Legends like Sunil Gavaskar and all have played in the Buchi Babu tournament. So yes, that's its USP. Like Buchibabu tournament is ideally preparation for the domestic season. That's why it's being held before the Ranji Trophy, so that people get match practice, players get match practice.
Well, I think you answered my next question to the
Yeah,
Bucci Babu Trophy. So we'll move on to the next question. I'm sure you've worked with a lot of young cricketers, and
I
most
would
of
like to
them.
add something.
Yes, sir.
Even yeah, Lakshmipati Balaji, I mean former India pacer, he once
Yes.
said Buchibabu tournament is a mini Ranji Trophy. So from that you can understand the importance of the tournament. Yeah.
So you would have worked with a lot of young cricketers across the country, and most of them at the core in their hearts, everyone wants to earn that test cap. But nowadays, in this modern cricket, and when cricketers are involved in a lot of T20s and IPL, are these young players losing focus in Test and red ball cricket, or is excitement for Test cricket still alive?
Okay. See, I would like to. I mean, I've interacted with a couple of people. I don't know if I can name them, but I think I mean, one person wouldn't mind actually. Australian pace bowling legend Glenn McGrath. I mean, he comes to the MRF Pace Foundation here in Chennai. He does these periodical visits. So we journalists go and interact with him, and so this is something he talks about in every interaction actually, like how players, young players especially, are losing focus. I mean, losing focus in the sense on Test cricket, and their main focus has now become. He says that their main focus has now become to land an IPL contract, and put up a few good performances. I mean, even if they don't put up good performances, they are going to earn money if you land an IPL contract. So that's how things are. And Glenn McGrath as well rules it actually. He says that young players have to be disciplined, and this is not the way to play cricket at all. Like I mean, even after winning the IPL title, finally winning the IPL title, we saw Virat Kohli speaking about Test cricket, speaking highly about Test cricket. So that kind of commitment, if people like him, if people like Virat Kohli and the other legends, if they speak up Test cricket and advocate for it, I think then it might change. But as of now, things are like that. Like I mean, if you get an IPL contract, it's I wouldn't blame them because I mean, as a young player at a very young age, if you see that much amount of money, then it's easier to get to lose your way, to lose focus. So, but all they need is focus, someone to streamline them, someone to guide them. So that's what I feel. Yeah.
Sir, my next question to you is like I've seen a lot of incidents where players, they perform so well in one edition of IPL, and they earn the India cap, and they go on to play the bilateral series and the bilateral matches for Indian team, and then few of them do not perform there, and they get dropped, and the following edition of the IPL again they do not perform. So there is a lack of consistency. So what do you think happens to these players?
Yeah, there could be a lot of reasons actually, but we can only speculate. We can only guess. Uh, um so maybe I mean the players who go on to get picked for the Indian team based on one good season, I think it might be because of recency bias. Um, I mean it's they jump the gun and they pick the player for the Indian team, and then he doesn't, and then they realize that he doesn't perform well for the team, and then he gets dropped. Getting dropped could affect his confidence. That could be all. That could also be a reason. And also, see IPL. See, there are only I think very few exceptions when it comes to performing consistently in the IPL. One name I can think of that instantly comes to my mind is Jasprit Bumrah. Apart from him, I don't think anyone else can perform. Anyone else has been performing consistently season after season in the IPL. I mean, maybe Sai Sudarshan in recent times. So it's very rare actually to perform consistently in T20 cricket itself. So yeah, it could be due to a lot of reasons. But then yeah, what you asked is pertinent because based on one good season, if a player gets picked for the Indian team, then I don't think it's the way to go, because I mean the player could go on to perform well or wouldn't perform well for the Indian team, and then when he gets dropped, it would affect his confidence, and then when he goes back to the IPL, he might not perform as well as he did the previous season. That could be one reason. Um, but yeah, see, I can think of Natarajan. I mean, he has a really good season, and then the next season he wouldn't be performing as well as he did the previous season, and then he comes back. I think he recently had a very good season. I mean, not the last one. I mean, he was injured and he didn't play as much. But I think the season before that he had a very good season, and his name was even proposed for the T20 World Cup squad and all. So yeah, that's the nature of T20 cricket. That's the nature of leagues around the world. Actually, if you take Andre Russell for example, I mean, he doesn't he might have one phenomenal season with the bat, and then the next season we would see him not performing as well as he did the previous season with the bat. But the thing is, he's an all-rounder, so he would make up for it with his bowling and fielding as well. So that's how T20 cricket is. That's how the global T20 leagues are.
My next question to you,
Yeah.
sir. So there are some players, who switch sides in domestic cricket. Taking example of Hanuma Vihari
Yeah.
last year.
Yeah.
So do you think this is frequent in domestic cricket? The switch is happening because the conflict between the players and the board. How often are you
Uh,
seeing it?
See, firstly, I don't know if you can term it a conflict between it. It might not always be the case. I mean, what you're suggesting is that there might be a fallout between the board and the player, is what you're suggesting. It might not be the case with everyone. Let me tell you something. See, it's not just for the national team, but to play for your state team itself is very, very hard actually, because there are a lot of talented players who come up. For instance, this left arm spinner DT Chandrasekhar, he's been named in the Tamil Nadu Ranji squad for the upcoming Ranji season. But the last time he played a Ranji match for Tamil Nadu was in 2015, and it was his debut season actually. That was his last season as well. And then he got picked for the squad. He was included in the squad for one match in 2018. So that's how the competition is. That's how hard has it been for him to get back into the squad. So, and there are around 7 to 8 left arm spinners who are of the quality to play for Tamil Nadu Ranji team. They are there actually. 7 to 8 left arm spinners who can play for Tamil Nadu in the Ranji Trophy, but not everyone would get the chance, right? Like only two spinners might get selected. And this time, fortunately or unfortunately, both frontline left arm spinners Sai Kishore and Ajit Ram have got injured, and that's why someone like a DT Chandrasekhar gets a chance after 10 years to maybe go on to play a Ranji match for Tamil Nadu after 10 years. He's been named in the squad. So that's why another left arm spinner, young left arm spinner has also got a chance now, P Vidyut. So that's how hard it is to even play for your state team. And there was this off spinner Lakshay Jain who was with the squad. He would be included in the squad now and then in the Tamil Nadu Ranji squad. Now he's completely out of the scene. So that's how that's the nature of the beast actually. Now Ajit Ram, I mean, he had a phenomenal season in the not the latest Ranji season, but the season before that he had a phenomenal season, and then the last season also he had a good season actually, a decent season, and now he's got injured. He's now injured, and so we can't see that's how difficult or hard it is. That's how hard the grind is even in domestic cricket. So now he has to get back in the groove. He's going to miss the entire Ranji season, Ajit Ram. So now again he has to get back in the groove and then perform well and then get back into the setup. That's how it is. And sometimes you might entirely vanish, like you might go out of the scene. Like I said, Lakshay Jain is no more in the reckoning actually for the state squad. So that's how it is. It's very tough. It's the competition is really high. And to stay ahead of the competition, actually, I recently interviewed DT Chandrasekhar. He told me that he's worked for around 3 years on his variations. Actually, he's developed. He now has four variations. He's developed four variations so that he can get the confidence to bowl on any wicket, even on a flat track. And that's how he has pushed his way into the state squad actually. So coming to your question, first of all, the competition is really high. So for someone to keep his place in the state squad, he has to keep performing. Otherwise, there will be players waiting in the wings to get into the squad, to get into the playing 11 as well. So for someone like Vijay Shankar, I'm bringing up his name since he's going to play for Tripura now for the upcoming Ranji season. So he's played for a long time for Tamil Nadu. They've accommodated him, but now I think it's time for them to look beyond him. Actually, that's how the selectors feel. Actually, they want to bring someone new, someone young. So that's why I think he was getting sidelined. He was getting dropped. It might be a bit unfair on him because he has a very good test average, and as he himself says, he has batted in multiple positions in the playing 11. So it's not easy for someone like him to float around in the batting lineup and then to have the kind of average that he has. I think he averages 46 or 47. So yeah, it could be a bit unfair. I mean, he can offer with the ball as well. But yeah, I mean, I think in his case, it was his age. I mean, he's played for Tamil Nadu for a long time, and now they want to look they want to bring someone new and young into the squad. Um, See, it happens in with the national team as well. I mean, once you get old, I mean, for instance, people were talking about Virat Kohli and Rohit Sharma as well.
Rahane.
Yeah, Rahane and Pujara as well. Pujara is no more in the. I mean, he's retired now. So it happens. It happens. It's the phasing out happens actually everywhere across board. So yeah. But the thing is, when you are a very senior player and when you played for your state team for a long time and served it with distinction, you tend to get hurt and players won't take it easily. So I think that's what happened with Hanuma Vihari and with Vijay Shankar as well. So they might tend to speak out about it, and so it happens. I mean, like they both have performed for their respective states with distinction. So when they get sidelined, when such senior players get sidelined, I mean, it's natural to get hurt, and but they also understand. They also understand. I mean, it's better to have clarity than to. I mean, that's what Vijay Shankar recently told us journalists when we interviewed him after his decision to play for Tripura for the upcoming Ranji season. He said that he was happy to get clarity on his status or position in the team. He was conveyed by the coach that the selectors weren't looking at him anymore. So he made the move. So I think it's they also understand as professionals. They also understand, and I mean it's just again the nature of the beast. Cricket is such that you have to. I mean, no one is an exception actually.
Yes, sir. So my next question,
Yeah.
like as we see at the Indian team as of right now, you're seeing like some set of players playing only the T20, some set of players playing only the Test, and some play the ODIs, and very few play all three formats, and they're uh, you
Yeah.
could say they're the grade A in the contract
Yes.
list. Once upon a time, we were seeing players playing all three formats, and that's how Indian cricket was played. Maybe we had Pujara and Rahane as exceptions.
Yeah.
So, are you seeing three different teams for three different formats in the future,
Um,
more or less?
yeah. Why not? I mean, like, I think more or less all more or less all teams are going for that, right? Like even Australia, I can see they have three different squads for T20s, for ODIs, and for Test cricket. So I think that would be the way going forward. Also, you have to take into account the amount of cricket being played. I mean, even Glenn McGrath recently said that maybe in the future, test squads might have maybe around say 20 or 25 players rather than having just 15 or 16 players. They could have 20 or 25 players, so that I mean we see a lot of injuries and a lot of burnouts, a lot of players wearing down. I mean, uh, even in the recent England India Test series, Ben Stokes, I mean he was burned out completely. And then we had Jasprit Bumrah. We have Jasprit Bumrah. I mean he's getting rationed in the sense he picks and chooses the tests that he wants to play, or that's how the team management looks at using him. So that's also a factor. The amount of cricket being played is such that I mean I can't imagine someone playing. I mean we've had players doing that, but I think it takes a great toll on you for someone like Virat Kohli to keep playing everything. Like he played T20 internationals, ODIs, and tests, and the IPL as well. So it takes a toll on you. That's what's been happening to Jasprit Bumrah now. So yeah, coming to your question, I think that's going to be the way forward, to have three different squads for three formats and to have bigger squads is going to be the way forward, given the amount of cricket being played. That I think that's the main reason actually.
And
I think it helps to have three different squads, because if you have specialists specializing in each format, then I don't think like it's going to only help the team actually to perform well. To perform well, like we see Yashasvi Jaiswal, like specializing in the test format. He's been, I mean, he's been phenomenal. He's been very consistent. I think he averages above 50, I suppose. So Yeah, I'm not sure. I think he averages above 50. So if you have three different squads, I think it will only help the performance of the team, performance of the nation.
Yes,
Add one more thing, yeah.
yes,
So there are a lot. There's a lot more. There's a lot of cricket being played. Also, see, because of these leagues sprouting up, and we also have state leagues and all now. Like each state has
yes.
its own T20 league and all. So there's a lot of talent coming up actually. So when you have a lot of people, I think it only makes sense to have three different squads to accommodate. I mean, to you have to justify talented players actually. So
Hmm.
to do that, I think it's better to have three different squads actually.
You've been a sports journalist for a lot of
Yeah,
years now.
yeah,
So I want you to answer this question. Say you've written an article
yeah,
and 3 years uh, go by, and then you go back and read that article.
yeah.
Or for me, example, I do a cricket podcast that
Okay.
I go back and watch it after 2 years, and
Yes.
I'm like, oh my god, what did I speak? How did I fumble like that? And
Yeah,
I'm
yeah,
sure you would have felt the same way. Oh, what
yeah,
did
yeah.
I
It
write?
happens. It happens. Yeah,
So
yeah, yeah.
how do you look at these things, and what is the learning to be taken from this kind of experiences that we get by doing
Yeah,
things?
yeah. So in any profession, in anything that you do, I mean, you only get better with time. You only get better with doing it again and again. I mean, you get better on the job actually. So if I tend to look back at my articles that I wrote when I joined the Hindu, maybe some of the articles would make me cringe actually, might make me cringe, because I was, as a fresher, I was starting out then. So uh, I mean, I've definitely evolved, and I think that's the same with any profession. I mean, like even in cricket, you evolve and you become a better player over the years by playing a lot. So even as a journalist, I would say that I've evolved a lot, and I mean, I've gotten better now. I would say I've definitely gotten better. I've learned a lot of things over the years. So yeah, I'm definitely in a better position as a sports journalist now, and I believe that I can only get better from here
Yes, sir.
actually.
So following on these lines,
Yeah,
I've nowadays when I read cricket articles, whether it's online or a physical paper, I make
yeah,
sure to follow the author also, because
cool.
he could be a potential guest on our show. So
Okay,
I've been reading a particular person's articles, and
okay,
I've seen him, like I've read it over the past 3 2 3 months,
yeah,
and then I've seen his articles suddenly, one time uh, vocabulary flows, and you can really live the match. So
okay,
when does this happen to you? Like, one
okay,
particular article just goes, oh, you feel it, yeah, you can
yeah,
sleep
okay.
very peacefully. I've written
So
so well. So when does it happen?
yeah, if you ask me, like when I got that high, it happened very early in my career actually. There's someone I look up to actually. Is I don't know if I can name him because he doesn't want to. I mean, he's that kind of a person. He doesn't want to get mentioned in any. He doesn't want to get mentioned anywhere. So he's still with the Hindu. He works for the Hindu. He's someone I look up to. I mean, I grew up reading his articles um, for the Hindu. He's with the sports. He's a sports journalist, and I grew up reading his articles. I've been a big fan. So for me to get to work with him was itself a great excitement. Was a source of great excitement. So this happened very early in my career. I wrote an article. I think it was rowing. Yeah, it was about rowing. Um, So I had gone to this Ramachandra University here. They have a rowing facility here in Chennai. So I went there and I interviewed someone and I wrote a feature. So he saw that. I mean, I look up to him as my mentor. So he read it and he gave me a compliment. He appreciated it. So that was like a high moment for me in my. I mean, it came very early in my career, but I respect the guy so much. I look up to him as my mentor. That uh, getting an appreciation from him. He's not someone who's given to appreciation. Like he wouldn't easily appreciate anything. So that kind of a person appreciating an article of mine. So that was like a high moment for me.
We'll wrap this episode with one last question, sir.
Yeah,
And I'm sure you worked with Vijay Lokapalli sir and Rakesh Rao sir, and
yeah,
they are the legends of this show. They're mentors not just for you, but for me and Maitreya.
yes, yes,
They really encourage a lot. And uh, I remember 5 years ago when we started this podcast, Vijay Lokapalli sir was just a guest on our show for one episode. And then we called him and told him, sir, we want you to be the host of this show. And he gladly agreed to it. And I remember
yeah.
as
I
a
was
ninth,
actually I was
is-
actually surprised when you approached me to see that Vijay Lokapalli sir and Rakesh Rao sir have hosted with you. So that was a big surprise for me actually.
is- so I think I was in my ninth standard at that point
Okay.
of time. And
Uh,
I know if I go back and look at how I
uh.
spoke, I would put my head down and Vijay sir would
It happens
smile.
with everyone. Yeah, yeah,
And Vijay sir used to smile, and he'll be. I would ask him, sir, how did I do? And he's like, yeah, very good, very good, very good. You don't worry. You're speaking well, and you never demotivate me. So I
yeah,
think.
yeah.
Uh, so talk about Vijay Lokapalli sir and Rakesh Rao sir, and we would like to have them on the show.
Yeah.
They're busy right now, but we'll have you sometime or the other, and we'll have all four of us sitting and talking
Sure, sure,
about
sure.
cricket, sir. But
I
yeah,
would
talk
love to
about
do that.
Vijay
Yeah.
Lokapalli sir and Rakesh Rao sir.
I mean, I've had very limited interactions with them, given that I work in the Chennai office. They worked in the Delhi office actually. But from my even from my limited interactions, I can say that I mean Vijay Lokapalli sir is a lovely person. As you said, he motivates anyone. Like he's a great motivator, and he's very free flowing. He's an easy person uh, to be with, to interact with, to what do you call it? I mean, he makes you feel at home. He makes you feel comfortable. He makes you feel easy. So, um, and Rakesh Rao, I've had very limited interactions with him, but he's also like that. I think he's a very outgoing person. You can call him a social butterfly. So yeah, you can imagine how it's going to be easy for anyone to approach them, to be with them, to interact with them.
This will bring you to the end of today's episode. Thank you, Prasanna sir, for joining us. And I'm sure a 17-year-old boy reading Hindu newspapers and seeing Prasanna Venkatesan on the column and having him on the show, it would have made him happy. So it made me happy today. And thank you for joining us today.
Thank